Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
Could you project what you would like to be doing 5 years from now?
As I have some administrative experience from my last job, I may use my organizational and planning skills in the future.
How do you plan to accomplish this?
By doing everything necessary and for further study.
How long would you like to stay with this company?
How long I will stay with the company depends on whether the company and I are satisfied with each other.
What do you think of this industry's outlook in 5 years?
I do believe this industry will be developed rapidly in 5 years' time.
What price do you suggest for 300,000 sets of article number 2323 with London as the destination port?
Let me see. It's £800 per set CIF London.
What commission terms can you offer?
Usually the commission is 3% of the net invoice amount after deduction of discounts.
Couldn't you raise the commission to 5%?
Considering our good relationship and our future business, we give you 4%. That's the best we can do. We can't go any further. What would you say to it?
Then I'll accept it with thanks.
Will you sit down, Mr. White?
Thank you. It's very kind of you to invite me to such a beautiful place.
I propose a toast to your pleasant tour in China.
Thank you very much.
This food is a wax specialty. Please help yourself.
Thank you. Oh, it tastes nice.
Sir, I want to ask for a leave for 5 days. Here is the request form.
Let me see your form. You mentioned that you want 5 days to go back home for New Year, right?
Yes, I need to go home to have a family reunion.
Do you still remember we already have a New Year celebration on January 1st?
Yes, sir, I remember it, but our Chinese usually celebrate the New Year on lunar calendar.
Well, I understand that. Your request is approved. Remember to give my best regards to your parents.
Good morning. Wilson Association.
This is Mr. Brown speaking. I'd like to speak to Mr. Thomas, please.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Thomas left the office a few minutes ago.
That's bad. I've been trying to call him for the last 10 minutes, but your line has been busy. Will he be back soon?
I'm afraid not. He's gone for the rest of the day.
Is there anywhere I can reach him?
I don't believe so. He's going out of town on business. May I take a message?
I have a business appointment with him for tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, but I'm afraid I can't make it.
Would you care to make another appointment?
Unfortunately, I'm leaving town rather unexpectedly, and I may be gone for several days.
I see. I can tell Mr. Thomas that you phoned.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Did you get my email?
I certainly did. Do you want to come in and give me some feedback about your weekend?
Sure.
How did the business trip go?
Well, to be honest, nothing is more stressful than going on a business trip with our boss.
I understand. The last time I went on a business trip with the boss, I didn't even have enough to eat.
I also think the company is pretty cheap with travel expenses. I spent half of the weekend on a train. Surely they could have afforded to buy a few plane tickets.
Our company is quite conscious of the environmental problems that frequent flying causes.
I see. Well, then perhaps they could give me a few days off after a business trip. It was really tiring for me.
I can ask the boss about giving you the day off today.
Thank you. I can't imagine getting much done today. I'm just too exhausted.
No problem. Did you bring any gifts back for your department?
No, should I have? May I know the definite date of delivery?
Let me check. Well, in October.
Is there any possibility for you to ensure prompt shipment?
We assure you that shipment will be made no later than the first half of October.
We're having a department meeting at 10 o'clock, okay?
That's fine. I need to pick up some stationery, you know. A stapler, scissors, files. Who should I see about that?
See Julie, the receptionist. She knows where all that stuff is kept. You might like a calendar for your desk. She can give you one of those too.
Thanks. I need to make a few photocopies.
The photocopier is near my office. Come on, I'll show you where it is.
Do you enjoy working in this office?
Yes, I do. Everyone's really friendly. Sometimes, I wish I worked outdoors more, especially during the summer.
What's usually discussed at the department meetings?
We usually tell each other where we are with various clients and potential clients. The boss assigns extra duties to people who she thinks can best deal with them. It's also a chance to put forward Sue.
John, do you have a minute?
Oh, hi, Leo. Sure. What's up?
Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about the situation in the office.
But I'm not in there very often. It's so noisy that I can't work.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. We're supposed to be able to do our preparation and marking in that office, but have you noticed? Jack constantly has students coming in to get help with his course. A lot people are going in and out.
Has anybody spoken to him about it?
No, not yet, but someone's going to have to.
We really can't ask him to stop having students come in for help, can we?
No, of course not. But I'm not able to do my work and neither are you.
How about recommending him to use the storage room down the hall?
Oh, that would be too small.
With the cabinets taken out, it might be bigger than it looks.
Come to think of it, you may be onto something. Let's go have a look.
Let's rock and roll.
Thank you for agreeing to come in and meet with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I can see from your resume you were in charge of sales for Corporate World Unlimited from 1997 to 1999. Can you please tell me about your responsibilities?
Yes, I was in charge of profit and loss for the Northwest region of Canada. As a manager, I was directly responsible for a 50% increase in sales over a 4-month period.
What, do you believe, are some of the key attributes that helped you to achieve such an outstanding increase in sales?
I believe persistence and perseverance are key attributes.
I thought about what you said.
And what did you decide?
I decided that you're right.
I'm glad you saw the reason.
What are your plans for the future if you are hired?
I'll do my utmost if I am hired.
Do you have any short-term goals?
No, that thought doesn't cross my mind.
Do you know the restrictions about the carry-on items for exiting?
Yes, you can take small sum of money and important items such as passport and keys and business documents and so on.
What are the things that are forbidden to take in departure?
There is a long list of those things forbidden, including explosives, gum, opium and precious cultural relics and so on.
Have you ever served in any international trading company?
Yes, I once worked in a small company for 1 year.
Then why did you leave?
My reason for leaving is that I wish to get into the advertising business.
What have you learned from this short experience?
I've learned a lot about business know-how. I got to know what kind of knowledge was needed in my future work.
David, I am going for an interview tomorrow. It's an American company. Can you give me an idea of what the interviewer will ask?
Well, they may ask you to tell them more about your educational background and your working background.
But they can see my resume. It's all in there.
I know, but sometimes interviewers just want to hear you say it. Then you may be asked for your viewpoint on why you feel you are qualified for the job. Give them all your qualifications and how you think they will fit the position you are applying for. Questions like what sort of experience do you have and what are your goals are closely related to this.
Okay, what else?
They may want to know how the company will benefit and why they should hire you.
I see. What about the salary?
They may ask you what kind of salary you have in mind, or simply tell you what the company is offering. I think the latter is more likely for a starting position, especially if you have little experience. And if they are seriously considering hiring you, they will probably want to know when you would be available to start work. And basically, that's about it.
Okay, thanks, David. You've helped me a lot.
Anytime. Let me know how it works out. I beg your pardon for being late.
Better late than never.
So sorry, I don't mean to be.
That's perfectly all right.
Thanks for your forgiving.
It's really of nothing.
I'll work hard.
That's quite all right.
I am waiting for a fax, but just now I found there's something wrong with the fax machine.
What's wrong with the fax machine? Is it urgent?
Yes, very urgent. And there is no other fax machine around. And the office of our boss is closed, so I cannot use his machine either. And his secretary is out. Do you have any suggestion?
Either call this extension number 0085 or ask them to send the fax to you as email. You print it out.
Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.